Finally, another comic book haul. And it's a late night edition. It's got midnight, but it's still time to put out some content, I think. This is episode 130. And I've amassed a pretty decent stack here, guys. I've said it before. The keys in my area of Gloucestershire in the UK have really dried up. But I've still got out there driving about. Some of these books were from Weston-super-Mare. The majority are from Worcester, and my favourite shop out of this world. I hope you enjoy it. No eBay purchases this time, and it's very rare now that I'm going to eBay. The prices are through the roof, as we all know. You know, you've got VG copies going at like VF prices, and they're not for me. I'd rather be out in the wild. So my sole pickup from Gloucester was a book that I picked up at the local antique centre. It's a book that's been on my radar for quite some time because I've been rewatching The Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah, it's a show I didn't get on with the first time round, but I'm thoroughly enjoying it now. It's on Disney Plus. I kind of quit after about 2 seasons, but I'm up to season 5 now, and this is one of the villains from, I think, season 3 and 4. And he was an inventor. This comes in Machine Teen, issue number 1. Yeah, and this is the first appearance of the villain Holden Radcliffe, who actually joined the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but then became a bit of a turncoat. And he made like an android lady that was very, very bad. It's also the first appearance of the Machine Teen, Adam Aronson. Like I say, local antique centre, just 50p for that one. I like live action first appearances. I've got a feeling Machine Teen might be in my encyclopedia as well. I need to check that out. Okay, so I went to Weston-super-Mare and didn't have much joy, but I picked up a few things. I actually picked up an action figure, believe it or not, and I've been saying it for some time now. At some point I'm going to be doing a showcase on my original Star Wars Kenner figures. I have some of the big hitters in my collection I've had since I was a child. But I noticed that this figure is doing a little something. It's slowly creeping up. So it's the only one I've managed to find. And I wouldn't mind picking up the other figures just because of the show. What did I pick up for £10? I picked up the Cara Doom figure. Yeah, and the reason I picked this one up, like I say, there's a little bit of heat with it because obviously she has now been fired. Gina Carrero, is it her name? I can't think of her name. I think that's right. But yeah, if you can find this one, paid £10. I've seen these go for 30 plus on eBay, so I think it's a long-term hold and a good investment. So I picked that up in like it's almost like a gaming shop in Weston-super-Mare. They used to have comics, but they've just sold them all, so that's really disappointing. Still, I do like the way it's the retro style of the old like Kenner Star Wars figures, or Hasbro. Okay, I picked up 4 books. Well, I actually picked up a lot more than 4, but I'm going to show you 4 books that stay in the collection and a couple of extras. First up, I picked up for £3 and I overpaid, trust me, Sandman issue 11. Now this is the first full appearance of a character called Fiddler's Green. And that is in human form. And he's going to be portrayed by the actor Stephen Fry. He's a fantastic actor. And that's going to be in the Sandman TV show. Pay £3 for this. But when I got it home, it had a detached cover. So pretty darn disappointing. But looking forward to that Sandman show. Up next, another copy of New Teen Titans issue 23. And this is going to be hot on 2 fronts, I think. There's room for this still to grow. Obviously, great creative team of George Perez and Marv Wolfman. But this is the first full appearance and cover of Blackfire, the sister of Starfire. And it's also the first appearance of Adrian Chase, of course. who goes on to become Vigilante, and Vigilante is going to be in the Peacemaker show. So yeah, £3 for that one. So they had a grab bag there, and literally, this is the shop at the Imaginarium. If you haven't checked out my best £1 haul ever, parts 1 and 2, I picked up so many great keys for cheap as chips, made a very tidy profit on there, probably 400 to 500 quid. So I can't complain when I had a couple of misses here. Like I say, so there was this grab bag there, and they had 15 random Marvel comics for £8. And one book, the one book that you could see, was a book I wanted. So I paid up for it. And the book I picked up cost me effectively £1.88. The other 14 books were pretty garbagey. There was NFL Super Pro issue 12, the final issue. I have issue 1 actually. Big NFL fan, Pittsburgh Steelers, you know me. This was in there, Starblade issue number 1 from Marvel. Bit of 90s goodness. Do like that cover. There was the Destroyer issue 1. Another bit of 90s goodness. But the reason I paid up for that grab bag, I'm not going to show you the other books because they were garbage, was Brute Force issue number 1. And this was in my top 20 for a couple of weeks, I believe. And I think there is an animated show in the works, if I'm not mistaken. This is the first the first appearance of the Brute Force and its members Surf Streak, Lionheart, Reckless, and Hip Hop. Now, Brute Force were test subjects of the Weapon 2 program. Okay, so that is a book that I've seen go for over 20. So I thought, you know, I don't like paying £8 for just one issue. But what year is that from? I think it's the 80s. Could even be the 90s. My eyes are that bad. It's either 80s or 90s. The final book I picked up from the Imaginarium was a book that's been on my radar for some time. I picked up a load of these issues in a local shop, Games and Collectibles, here in Gloucester, for £1 a piece. But this one was missing, so finally added it. The Amazing Spider-Man issue 529. I paid £8 for it. I thought that was a good purchase. Of course, this is the debut of the Iron Spider suit, engineered by Stark Industries. This appeared in the Homecoming movie, Infinity War, Endgame, and Far From Home. So, yeah, I've just been reading a rumour about the next Spider-Man film that possibly Mysterio was going to be back. So I don't know whether that's going to be the case. Obviously, he was killed off. But you never know. Comic characters don't stay dead, do they? So, on we go to the Worcester books. And we got some good stuff here. Now, these Worcester books worked out at £3.61 a piece. So, bear that in mind. The first book, though, a bit of a miss. I'll explain why. I picked up Marvel Team Up issue 7. And this is volume 3, the year 2005 was when this run came out. Now, the reason I picked this one up, which at Key Collectors app, and one of the issue was going for $25. But sadly, it is the reprint that it goes for $25. This one, you know, you basically I paid $3.61. That's probably what I get back for it. Now, the reprint obviously doesn't have the barcode. It says not for sale, and it was included with Marvel Legends series action figure of Moon Knight. So, like I say, I thought I was onto something, but it's still a great Moon Knight and Spidey cover, and you never know, that might do something when that Moon Knight show comes out. Let's get on to some keepers. Here's a book you might not know about. This is Avengers Issue 503, and I noticed this book was doing a little something. Now, this is the death of Agatha Harkness, killed by the Scarlet Witch after discovering she once had children, and Agatha was instrumental in making her forget. Now, Doctor Strange summarises events that led to Wanda's madness in a double-page spread, and it's also the first mention of chaos magic. This book, believe it or not, can go up to around about £20. So to get £3.61, something to add to your radar, perhaps. Here's another book that you may not know about. This is Fantastic Four, issue 558. And this is the first cameo appearance of the New Defenders and its members, the Hooded Man. Now, the Hooded Man is later revealed to be Old Man Logan, so it's effectively the cameo of Old Man Logan. I have Old Man Logan's first full appearance, and I think it's in Wolverine issue 66, if I'm not mistaken. Now, we've also got Lightwave, Psionics, Natalie X, Alex Ultron, and Hulk Jr. They are the characters that make up the New Defenders team. Again, this can go up to £20. It's all about that cameo of Old Man Logan. Here's another copy of a book that I own. And this is going to really start taking off, I think. This is Avengers 343. And this is the first appearance of Black Knight's, is it Ebony Blade, if I'm not mistaken? So I've got a feeling we're going to see that in the Eternals movie. And it's also the first appearance of the Gatherers team. This is a funny book to get a price gouge on, because I've seen it go for as little as £3, but I've also seen it go over 15. But with that Eternals movie, I think this book has a bit of growth. Here's a pretty low grade copy, probably around about a 3.5. But I remember watching The Incredible Hulk. I own the box set, the original animated show. And this was a pretty cool villain in that show. It's a nice Bronze Age book. Incredible Hulk issue 166. Pence copy. But this is the first appearance and origin of Zazak. Or Zax. ZZZAX. And like I say, a villain from that early animated show. A great cover, I think. Here's a book that's doing something because of the cover alone. It's a fantastic cover. Add to that, we are getting the Disney Plus TV show. What did I pick up? Sensational She-Hulk issue 54. If you see this one, guys, in the wild, you'll be surprised that this can go for over £20. So for a £3.61 pickup, happy days. A lot of these She-Hulk covers seem to go for a lot of coin. I've listed that one. Here's another book I've listed because I already own it. And this is the first cameo appearance of the Timekeepers in Thor issue 282. It's also the first appearance of Castle Limbo. And that appeared in the Loki TV show along with the Timekeepers. So bang for your buck with that issue. And again, it's going over 20 at the moment. So yeah, I'll make a few quid out of that one. I don't do runs on comics, as you know, guys. I'm a key hunter. But I am going to put this run together slowly but surely. I'm chipping away at the keys. Then I'm going to go for the fillers. This is a nice high-grade copy. And I picked up Star Wars issue 56, guys. This is the first appearance of Shira Bray, who later becomes Lumia, the Dark Lady of the Sith. Another great cover. Love that Star Wars Marvel run. Okay, now we're into a modern book, and this is Avengers Issue 6. This book is really starting to do a little something. This is the first full appearance of the next Avengers team. Torun, Henry Pym Jr., Francis Barton, James Rogers, Azari, the son of T'Challa, and Storm from an alternate reality. Now, the characters are not fully identified by name or parentage until Avengers World Issue 9. But one of these characters, and we don't know which one, is rumoured to be appearing in the MCU. So is it Torun, Henry Pym Jr., Francis Barton, James Rogers, or Azari? Time will tell. I know it's all speculation at the moment, but I think it's worth a punt on that book. And that book, again, is going for around about 20 to 25 at the moment. I spoke about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. earlier on. This is one of the villains that appeared in it. This is A Man Called Nova, issue 19, and a character that's in my encyclopedia. The first appearance of Blackout, Marcus Daniels, a villain with the mastery of the Dark Force dimension. So, believe it or not, a cameo appearance of DC's Wally West in this issue. Yeah, The Flash. It's also the first appearance and death of Dr. Croit. Let's see if I can just find that little cameo of Wally West. I always like it when they cross over, and they used to a lot in the olden days. Here we go, guys. Here is Wally talking about Barry Allen. So yeah, just a little bit of fun to look out for on that book. And it's a book, like I say, that's been on my radar for the longest time. It's not the best copy because we have a bit of a tape pull up here, as you can see. But it's a placeholder. I will upgrade one day. Here's a book that I didn't expect to find. This is a book that's got a bit of speculation due to the Moon Knight TV show. Another bit of Bronze Age goodness. This is Thor issue 239. And this is the first appearance of the Heliopians or Heliopians team, an ancient team of Egyptian gods, and that is Horus, Osiris, and Isis. And I believe it is Osiris that is rumoured for the Moon Knight show. Osiris. Okay, so keep an eye on that one. Nice bit of Bronze Age goodness. Thor 239. Pence copy. Speaking of pence copies, there's one, but it's a book again that is going up in value. That Thor book, by the way, is a £15 to £20 book at the moment. And this is the first meet-up of two characters that we're going to see in the Doctor Strange movie. And that is Doctor Strange, issue 48. The first meeting of Doctor Strange and Brother Voodoo. Okay, of course they are going to be meeting up in the next Doctor Strange movie. So I expect this one has a lot of room for growth. There he is, Brother Voodoo. I have his first appearance, which I actually picked up for £6.50, believe it or not, a couple of years ago on eBay. Long gone are those days. It's also the first appearance of Morgana Blessing in this issue. Okay, so I picked up a little grab bag. The initial price was £6. It was for 4 issues. And of course, when you add it all together, it worked out at £3.61 a book. What did I pick up? I picked up the Terminatrix Objective Avengers. And this is the first appearance of Alioth, the supreme being of the time span. Of course, we saw him. It was like a big puff of smoke, wasn't he? And we saw that character in the Loki TV show. It's also the first appearance of Kang Swatch, Kang Rolax, Kang Cassio, members of the Council of Cross-Time Kangs. Hollow foil cover, a book that has been going upwards of £30. It's coming down a little bit now, but still around about 20. So that's issue 1, issue 2, issue 3, and to complete that little mini series, issue number 4. Okay, so yeah, I thought I can't leave it there for that price. Yeah, it's been on my radar for some time. Okay, so just 2 books to go, and we've got some nice Bronze Age goodness. The first of these is a second copy for me. Now, the initial price on this book was £12. It was effectively the most I spent on one book, but when you add them all together, it worked out at £3.61. And this is my third copy I've had over the years. I've got the cents copy at the moment. I've got the pence now. And this is Invincible Iron Man, issue 150. Classic battle between Iron Man and Doctor Doom. Could well see that. So I don't think we've seen the end of Robert Downey Jr. in the MCU. I've been reading a lot of rumours that he may be returning. And what better way against Doctor Doom. Anniversary issue, of course, as well. This book is really starting to go up and up and up. It's around about 30 plus at the moment. And Key Collector's got it at $95, so apparently on a good day it can go for even more. I'll certainly make a coin on it. And the final book I'm going to show you guys has been on my radar again for some time now. We're getting the Black Panther 2 movie. The villain is supposedly Namor. You probably guessed the book. My final book I'm going to show you this time around, guys, is Defenders Issue 84. Yeah, found it for £3.61. The first battle of Namor and Black Panther. So the first appearance of the Atlanteans, Tornaga, Warlord, and Wazira. But yeah, looking forward to seeing Namor, that's for sure, coming into the second Black Panther movie. That's a wrap, guys. That's my haul. I think I've done all right there. You know me, cheap as chips. Pride myself on being cheap. Bye for now.